Welcome, sumo fans around the world, to a grand spectacle of strength, tradition, and drama. The 2025 September Grand Sumo Tournament, also known as basho, held in Nagoya. Over 15 days, the dojo becomes a battlefield, where legends are forged, upsets occur, and dreams either soar or shatter. In 2025, this tournament carries extra weight. Nosato, newly promoted to Yokozuna, arrives under a spotlight, while rivals like Hashiryu press on, seeking supremacy. Today, we dive deep into the action, the major moments, the shifting fortunes, the tactical battles, and ultimately how the champion emerged. Let's begin with the setting, the key contenders, and the expectations before the first pusher touches the clay. Nagoya's Aichi International Arena in late September becomes the center of the sumo world. The hallowed dojo sees top rikishi wrestlers from all ranks vying for glory. Heading into this tournament, several threads captivated fans. Nosato, promoted to Yokozuna earlier, carries both prestige and pressure. Many watch to see if he can validate the promotion. Hashiryu serves as a formidable rival already established, technically sharp, and hungry for dominance. There are also rising figures among the Megashira and Azeki ranks, seeking to unsettle the top echelon. Special prizes, Sancho for technique, fighting spirit, and outstanding performance add extra intrigue, encouraging bold moves beyond just win-loss. Prior to basho, Nosato had shown resilience. In the July Nagoya tournament, he endured several losses but still posted a solid record of 11-4 in his debut as Yokozuna. But expectations remain high. Will he dominate, or will challengers find cracks in his armor? As the Banzuk rankings is set, the tension builds. To Yokozuna, at the top, Nosato and Hashiryu both eye the championship. As matches progress, fans and pundits alike will watch for shifting momentum. The opening days often feel like probing, rikishi feeling each other's strength, experimenting with strategies. In the early bouts, Nosato showed his intent. He lost only one match in the opening 4 days, a shock to some, to the rising star Hak. Yet even with that stumble, he quickly regained composure and built a consistent string of wins. Meanwhile, his rival Hashiryu also pushed hard, striving not to cede psychological advantage. By mid-tournament, it became clear that these two would likely run for the title together, but their paths diverged slightly. Nosato pressed steadily, while Hashiryu faced a stumble. On Day Shrisen, HSH suffered a second consecutive loss to Kota Sakura, opening a window for Nosato to take the lead. During those days, we also saw daring moves from other rikishi. Onishiki, a komusubi, impressed with technique and consistency, eventually earning the Jinosho Technique Prize. Takanosho, an experienced competitor, surged forward with tenacity. His efforts would be rewarded with the Kantusho Fighting Spirit Prize. Hakuho, the young upstart who defeated Nosato earlier, also remained in spotlight as a candidate for the Shukan SH Outstanding Performance Prize. As the days progressed, the pressure amplified. Each win or loss sent ripples throughout the leaderboard. The championship race was narrowing into a showdown. Let's examine some technical motifs and pivotal matches that shaped the tournament. 1. Grip, positioning, and inside advantage in many key bouts. The battle began almost immediately after Tachi Ai, the initial charge. The fighters fought for control of the Mawashi belt inside grip versus outside grip, trying to dictate where the bout would be played. Close, tight, or on the edge. Nosato often succeeded in gaining a strong inside grip shitate, giving him leverage over his opponent's center of mass. That grip advantage allowed him to maneuver, twist, or shift pressure more effectively. 2. Mixture of pushing, thrusting, tupuri, and yatsu tactics. Some rikishi attempted to force Nosato, or HSH, back using thrusting attacks, trying to deny them grip or disrupt balance early. Others engaged in yatsu-style confrontations, favoring close grappling and controlled movement. The more successful rikishi were those who could fluidly shift between these styles. 3. Decisive matches. On the final day Senchiraku, the two Yokozuna collided in a direct showdown. After a fierce battle, Nosato defeated HSH by Yoritoshi frontal crush, out after a Mono 2 judges review confirmed the Gyoji's decision. Earlier, HSH had defeated Nosato via Oshidashi frontal pushout in one bout, but that result was eventually overshadowed by their decisive final clash. 4. Momentum shifts and mental fortitude. As the tournament wore on, stamina and mental resilience became as important as raw technique. Several rikishi had early streaks only to falter in the later days. Meanwhile, Nosato moved steadily, rarely dropping consecutive matches. This discipline helped him avoid catastrophic slumps. 5. Use of rare or surprise techniques. For instance, Shodai used cottonage arm lock throw in one of his matches, a high-risk higher-word move. Also, Churanumi defeated Tomokaze via Oshidashi. Even after a judge's review, Mono 2 upheld the decision. These patterns reflect the broader truth of sumo. Success often lies in adaptability, reserves of stamina, and seizing clutch moments, not just brute force. Day 15 was the crescendo. The championship hung in balance, and all eyes turned to Nosato versus HSH in the final bout. The two yokozuna met with everything on the line. The crowd held its breath. They clashed at Tachi with explosive power, vying for grip control, balance, and position. Each move, each shift of weight could spell victory or defeat. Nosato, showing composure befitting his new rank, maneuvered skillfully, gradually pushing HSH into less favorable footing. In the final sequence, he forced HSH over the edge via Uritoshi, a frontal crush-out. But first, a Monatu judges' consultation was called to confirm the outcome. Ultimately, the decision stood in favor of Nosato. Thus, Nosato emerged as the champion of Akibasha 2025 with a 13-2 record. This victory cemented his ascent as a yokozuna and silenced many doubts about his durability and legitimacy. The dramatic finish, where past results did not ultimately decide the title but rather this final grudge match, made for a fitting climax, the kind sumo fans live for. Beyond the championship, the September basho awarded several standout performers. Yokozuna Nosato took the top honor in the Makuuchi division. In Juryo division, Asaha Kurie claimed the title with a 13-2 record. Gino SH Technique Prize went to Onishiki, recognized for his technical mastery. Kentusho Fighting Spirit Prize was awarded to Takanosho, a mark of consistent grit. Shukinsho Outstanding Performance Award went to Hakuho, notably for his upset win over Nosato earlier. These awards reflect not just wins but memorable performance, technique, and spirit. They add depth to the tournament narrative, giving attention to those who inspired, surprised, or fought valiantly beyond just win-loss. Let's distill some key lessons and reflections drawn from the drama of this tournament. 1. Consistency over flash. Nosato rarely relied on spectacular high-risk maneuvers. Instead, he built a foundation of stable tactics, strong grip control, and mental steadiness. That reliability served him well across 15 grueling days. 2. Grip matters more than striking first. Many matches were decided not by initial thrusts but by who gained and held grip advantage. Inside grip shitate often determines who controls the flow of the bout. 3. Stamina and strategy over brute force. As the week advances, fatigue sets in. The rikishi who preserve energy, manage match tempo, and switch tactics when needed are often the victors in late-stage fights. For adaptability and surprise techniques, surprising with an unexpected throw or pivot can overturn presumptions. But only when balanced with core fundamentals can such moves succeed. 5. Mental pressure is real. The psychological burden of being a yokozuna, the expectations of consistency, and the public eye can weigh heavily. Nosato's determination and composure under intensified scrutiny signaled his readiness for the top rank. 6. Legacy and narrative in sumo. Sumo is more than athletic contest. It is tradition, honor, symbolism. Nosato's rise as a Japanese-born yokozuna after a drought of native champions adds emotional resonance. His victory here becomes part of sumo lore. Conclusion, closing approximately 10:30 to approximately 11 o'clock. And so ends the epic tale of the 2025 Akibasho in Nagoya, a journey of power, technique, heart, and destiny. Nosato sealed his place among legends. HSH, though he fell short in the final, remains a fierce rival whose battles will be talked about for years. The tournament showcased rising stars, bold tactics, jaw-dropping throws, and the timeless drama that is sumo. Thank you for joining me in this deep dive of Akibasho 2025. I hope this script helps you deliver a riveting TTS narrative for your video, capturing the soul of sumo's greatest moments. Until the next dojo clash, may your spirit be as firm as the clay, your strategy as sharp as a mawashi grip, and your heart as unyielding as a yokozuna's will.